I'm Hunter. Welcome to The Zone. Today's practice will be focusing on Bakasana, our crow pose. We'll be using 2 blocks to build core strength and to work on the step through. So grab your blocks, roll out your mat, and let's begin. We'll be beginning in a Supta Baddha Konasana, lying down on your back with the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open wide. You might like to bring the hands to your belly or allow them to rest by your side with the palms facing up. Beginning to take some deep breaths into the belly here. And open the mouth as you sigh. Exhale, release. A few more like that, big belly breaths as you allow your energy to really arrive here in this space. Letting everything soften. Feeling the earth supporting you. Eyes can be closed, jaw is relaxed. Let's take 3 more big, deep and nourishing breaths here. One more deep breath in. And sigh, release, exhale. Using your hands behind your knees, begin to draw your knees in through center and curl them into the chest. You might like to take some circles with the knees, moving in one direction and then the other. Nice little massage for your lower back. And from here, bring the legs to tabletop and interlace the hands behind your head, elbows out wide. Keeping the knees above the hips, we start to engage the core muscles as we take the right heel to the earth and tap. Inhale back to center, alternating left heel taps. Inhale back to center. Right heel back to center. Keep the lower back pressed into the earth as you alternate. If you wanted to supercharge this a little, maybe you lift the head, the shoulders off the earth. Let's do 6 more, 3 more each side. Breathing here. For 3. For 2. Are your abs burning yet? I know mine are. 1 more. And release the head, curl the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, maybe a rock and roll, side to side. From here, we begin to move into some of our core work. So we rock and roll up to a seat. And we're coming into our crow pose prep for today. So what I'd like you to do is sit up nice and tall on your sit bones, reach your arms out long and find a Navasana pose, boat pose. I know it's early in the practice for boat, so I apologize for that. For this one, we're keeping our shin and our knees in line. Take your hands now in between your knees and allow the knees to come to the elbows. The toes are together. Feel those deep core muscles working. This is our crow pose muscles that we'll be using today. See if you can come forward a little more. Maybe reach your fingertips to your toes as the knees slide up your arms and release, knees to elbows. Let's do 5 like that. Inhale, exhale, breathing in. Breathing out, 3 more. Can you reach the fingertips to the toes? Let's do 1 more. So good. Release the feet. Take the hands underneath your thighs and give yourself a little cuddle. Forehead can reside on the knees. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And we have one more round here. This time we're going to press our arms forward and flex your wrists as though you're pressing your hands into the ground. So imagine you're up in your crow pose and the ground is right here in front of you. From here, we draw the knees to the elbows. We're really engaging the core. We're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to do 5 more presses like that. So try to bring the knees towards your armpits as you press the arms away for 4. Draw them back for 3, 2, 1 more. Can you hold your knees? Maybe squeeze them on the outside of your arms. Hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Everything release. Give yourself another little hug. You've earned it. Take a little windscreen wiper, knees side to side, shake it out. We'll stretch out our abdominals. Now coming over onto all fours for a few rounds of cat and cow. Press down into the mat. As you inhale, the heart moves forward, gaze lifts. Allow the belly to really drop and stretch out. And as we press down into the hands to round for your cat pose, really think about doming the shoulders as you press down into the hands, tucking the tailbone. Inhale to move forward. Exhale, round the spine like an angry cat. And take a few more breaths here. If you'd like to move into a bit of a freestyle cat and cow, you can take some circles with the hips. And reaching back, extending into a child's pose. You can make these movements as subtle or as dramatic as you like. Remember, this is always your practice, so take this time now to do what feels best in your own body. And take about another 3 breaths here, remembering to press through the hands and really dome into the shoulders, creating that sense of lift that we're looking for in today's practice. After your 3 breaths, bring the hands a little forward of the shoulders, tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Bending into your right knee, allow your left heel to press heavy towards the earth. Full breath in, full breath out. Switching sides, bending into the left knee, right heel presses down. Inhale and exhale. Coming through center, finding stillness now. Take a full breath into the body and a full exhale. Come up onto tippy toes. Begin to walk your feet towards your hands. Finding a deep forward fold. Bend the knees here. Allow the head to rest down. Maybe taking opposite elbows, ragdoll pose. Sway from side to side as you release the head and the neck. Maybe nod the head yes or shake the head no. Allow your body to enjoy this opening through the back of the legs, through the back and the neck. Let everything soften. 1 more deep breath in and fully exhale as you release the arms. As we inhale, we begin to roll up to stand, moving slowly, slowly, slowly. Shoulders come down and back. Bring the toes together to touch, Samasti Tihi. The palms are facing forward and the crown of the head is reaching to the sky. You might like to close your eyes here for a moment as you find your balance. Feel how the earth's energy is rising up to support you at the same time as you are sending grounding energy down into the earth. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. We'll make sure that we have our blocks at the top of the mat on either side, just for when we need them, if they're not there already. As we move into Surya Namaskar A, our sun salutation. As you inhale, the arms reach up, palms connect, gaze lifts. As we exhale, fold forward, diving to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, maybe hands come to the shins as the shoulder heads draw back. Place the hands down and step back. Plank pose. Take a full breath in your plank, draw your shoulders in front of your wrists, and as we keep the elbows tucked in, we lower to the earth for 3, for 2, and 1. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra pose, heart lifts. Exhale, press hands and knees, child's pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. 1 more full breath in and release. I'm going to bring the blocks underneath the hands to practice our step through now. So shuffle your blocks to the top of the mat, find a place where they're nice and even. I've got the lines here to keep me honest. But just anywhere they feel good for your downward facing dog. You might like them a little higher. It's okay to take them to the medium or the lowest setting. From our downward dog, as you inhale, the right leg lifts to the sky, hands are on the blocks. As we exhale, draw the right knee into the chest, bring the shoulders above the wrists and press down into the hands, keeping the right knee tucked into the chest. And it's as though your right heel wants to kick your right glute. Press into the hands and we squeeze the core just like we did in our cat pose. Let's hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Using that core strength, lightly step the right foot in between the hands. So nice. Back heel comes down, our back knee comes down. As we inhale, arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands to blocks or the earth. Lift the back knee and we step into a fold at the top of the mat. Press the hands down into the blocks to help you fold a little more deeply. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins or the blocks. Exhale, fold. The inhale carries us all the way up to stand. Really ride that breath to the top, palms kiss together. Exhale, hands to prayer at the heart space. Release, Samastiti. Move into another round. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold to the earth, hands to the ground or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move the blocks, step back, plank pose. Inhale to prepare, shoulders in front of wrists. Exhale to the earth, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Child's pose at the back of the mat. Downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Ready for that step through on the other side? Take your blocks so that they're lined up where you need them. Make sure that the fingers are really spread so that the hands are nice and steady on the blocks. As we inhale, the left leg reaches to the sky this time, and we come forward, shoulders in line with the wrists as we curl the left knee into the chest. We're holding here for 3, push down into the hands for 2, and 1. Lightly, quietly step the left foot forward. Back knee comes down. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth or blocks. Untuck the back toes, lift the back knee and step into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, deep breath in as you come to stand, palms connect. Exhale, hands to prayer at the heart space. Release, Samasti Tihi. So nice. Option to use the blocks or not if you would like now. I'm going to keep mine there because I find they really help with the step through. We're also going to come into some chaturangas, which is the low plank position. So I'm really happy if you wanted to do it on your blocks. I'm going to demonstrate on the blocks. So always just do what works best for your body. Okay? As we inhale, the arms reach up, palms connect. Exhale, fold to the earth, maybe hands on blocks. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back, plank pose. This time we draw the shoulders forward in front of the wrists. As we exhale, we come down halfway, find that 90-degree angle with the elbows. The inhale lifts the heart through the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. This time crescent lunge, back knee stays lifted. Exhale, hands back to the blocks. Step forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach up, palms connect. Exhale, hands to prayer at the heart space. Release, Samasti Tihi. Now final round here. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, fold to the earth. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, plank pose. Lower halfway down as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Step forward into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach all the way up, palms connect. Exhale, hands to prayer at the heart space. Release, Samasti Tihi. Bend the knees, inhale to reach the arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose, maybe the palms connect. As we exhale, we fold to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, coming into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So nice. If you had your blocks there, you can move them to the side again. Enjoy a few breaths here in your downward facing dog. Our next inhale, the right leg reaches to the sky, using that same core strength as we draw the knee into the chest and lightly step the right foot in between the hands. Back heel comes down, setting up for warrior two. As we inhale, let the breath carry you into your warrior two. Deep bend in the front knee, shoulders roll down and back, and the gaze is over the front fingertips. Flip your front palm as you inhale, reach the fingertips back as though you're painting the sky with the fingertips. Reverse your warrior. As you exhale, take your right elbow to your right thigh and reach the left fingertips forward. Modified Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Now we're going to use the breath and flow between these two places. As you inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Let's take two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, so nice. Take a deep breath in here in your side angle pose. Exhale, bring the left hand to the earth and the right hand comes onto the inside of your right foot. Finding your lizard lunge, lower the back knee down. As you inhale, the right arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, right elbow towards the earth. 2 more. Inhale, open into a twist. Exhale, right elbow to the earth. 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Option to bring both elbows down here. We're holding in our lizard lunge for a few breaths. If you'd like a little more space within the body, you can bring the blocks underneath your forearms. Really just let that right knee, splay out to the side. 2 more breaths here. 1 more full breath in. And a full breath out. So nice. And coming up onto the hands if you're not there already. Let's tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and lightly step the left foot into a yogic squat at the top of the mat. If this isn't your favorite pose, just place a block under your sit bones so you can sit up nice and tall. Elbows might come inside the knees, hands into Anjali Mudra, the heart space. The crown of the head reaching up. Let's take 3 breaths here. One more full breath in. And exhale. Bring the hands to the earth. Move the block if you had it, and we straighten the legs. Heel toe the feet back together. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. As we exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to step back, plank pose. Option to come into a downward facing dog or take a little flow. From our downward facing dog, we inhale to reach the left leg to the sky. The exhale steps the left foot in between the hands, back heel comes down. Inhale, warrior 2. Really find your feet here. Imagine as though your heels are pulling energetically towards each other along the mat. Make sure that you've got heel to heel alignment or use the alignment lines on your mat to make sure that your feet are in the right position. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior, paint the sky with your fingertips. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. The right fingertips reach forward. Modified side angle pose. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale to flow. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So nice. Hold this one here just for a breath. Right hand circles to the earth. Left hand joins it on the inside of the left foot, and we heel toe the left foot out to the left and lower your back knee. Inhale, left fingertips reach to the sky, twist. Exhale, left elbow to the earth. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more, breathing in and breathing out. Option to come down onto the elbows or place the forearms on blocks as we hold here for 3 breaths. Feeling that nice juicy opening in the hips, in the legs. Can you relax your jaw? Can you relax your shoulders here? And just breathe. Take 1 more full breath in and exhale. If you're not already up on your hands, make your way there now. Move the blocks to the side just for a moment. So we lift the back knee and let's step the right foot forward into Malasana Yogic Squat. So option just to take a little block and hang out here for a moment. And we're going to move into our crow pose and we'll be using the blocks to get there. So I'll demonstrate first before we move into it so you can just enjoy hanging out for a second. So we're going to use the blocks as a little perch under our feet, and option to also place a block for where your forehead will be as well. So take your block a bit further down the mat and we come to bring the toes onto the block. The knees are out wide just like we did in the core work earlier in practice. Spread the fingertips really wide and then press down into the feet to lift your sit bones up to the sky. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders. And we make our chaturanga arms, just like we did for upward facing dog. So the knees come to the upper arms. Remember our core work, feel the core switch on, and we start to create a shelf. Now, if you feel a little nervous here, it can help to have that second block, just so you've kind of got somewhere to go. But ideally, we don't want the head on the block. So from here, you look forward, lift the hips, and it's a sensation of moving forward. Squeeze the elbows in, lift the toes. And you might just get one set of toes lifted and then place them down and try the other. Or maybe you look forward, go forward, squeeze the elbows in and find your Bakasana, crow pose. Okay, so we use a little perch to help us get a bit more lift. So when you're ready, we'll do it together. Coming out of your Malasana, your yogic squat, and set your block up as a little perch. Toes come onto the block, and if you wanted that secondary block, I sometimes find it a little distracting to have it there because we don't want the head to go there, but it can make you feel a bit safer. The other thing is, if you haven't done crow pose before, if you're at home practicing, you can always just stack heaps of cushions and blankets there. It takes the fear factor away a little bit. It's not far to go anyway. So we place the hands in front of our block. It's about a block's distance away from the block is a really good measurement for that. Lift the hips, look forward, knees come as high as you can on the upper arms. Find your chaturanga arms. Look forward, don't look down, and see if you can lift your toes up. Really press into the hands and dome the shoulders just like we did in our cat pose. Use that core that we used for the step through. And when you're ready, slowly make your way down. Come off your little perch, straighten your legs. Find a ragdoll pose here, shake it out. Really nice. We'll have one more little go at that in a second. We'll just roll up and take a flow to rinse that out. Toes come together to touch. As we inhale, the arms reach up, palms connect. Exhale, fold, dive to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, find your chaturanga, use that core strength. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Option for a child's pose here if you need. Let's just take 3 breaths. When you're ready, you can walk, step, or lightly jump your feet back into the hands. And the next option, if you're feeling pretty comfortable with your crow pose, is we're going to practice the jump back. So you can jump back into chaturanga and land with bent elbows. If you're still playing with crow for the first time or you're new to crow, just use your block as the perch and do what we've been doing. For the last one, just repeat that and step back. However, if you wanted to have a little play, maybe you go without the block, look forward, find your crow pose. So wherever you are, we're coming into your variation. Look forward and maybe trust yourself and the feet shoot back into chaturanga. Wherever you are, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So nice. Draw the knees down, take a child's pose. Full breath in and a full breath out. Pressing into hands and knees, coming to sit down on your sit bones. Take the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to be out nice and wide. Maybe the hands clasp the feet, or you can hold the shins. You can pull against the shins to open through the heart and have a nice stretch through the front of the chest, draw the shoulders back. And this might feel like a really nice place to stay, or you can start to use that same pulling action to draw yourself down. Maybe the head finds the feet, maybe not. You can always use a block on the feet to rest the head onto at any level that is going to serve you today. Let's take 4 deep breaths here. Slowly, mindfully make your way up. Take your block to the side and bring the knees together, and we'll roll down onto our back. Draw the knees into the chest. Take a few circles, just like we did at the beginning of class. We've done a lot of work for our core today, so we'll take a little bridge to stretch that out. Walk your heels in close enough so that your fingertips can almost touch. And think about the knees energetically drawing towards each other. As you press down into the heels and lift the hips, you might like to interlace the hands and roll the shoulders under and stay here for a few breaths. Or perhaps you'd like to place a block under your sacrum and allow yourself to have a more restorative version here. Let's take 5 deep belly breaths wherever you are. One more deep breath in. And exhale as you slowly lower bone by bone back down onto the mat. The feet out wide. Allow the knees to knock together. Maybe the hands come to the belly. Stretch the arms out. With the feet still out wide, just allow the knees to fall to the right. Maybe your gaze turns to the left. Stay here if this is enough for you, or to deepen this stretch, maybe take your right ankle onto your left thigh. 3 breaths here. Breathing deeply into the belly. You can think about squeezing that left glute if you'd like to stretch through the front of the left leg a little bit more. One more full breath in and a full breath out. Release the right ankle if you had it. Come back through center. Take the twist to the opposite side, allowing the knees to fall to the left, gaze to the right. Maybe left ankle on top of the right thigh. Shoulders are soft. Perhaps the eyes are closed. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And slowly, mindfully, when you're ready, make your way through center. And give yourself one last little snug. Draw the knees into the chest. We let the legs extend down the mat. Roll the shoulders down and back. The palms are facing up. You can always place some blocks under your thighs if that feels good for you. As we make our way into Shavasana, closing down the eyes. Allowing your body to soak in that delicious prana that we've cultivated during practice. Allowing yourself to have full and complete rest here. If you would like to stay a little longer in Shavasana, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can start to deepen your breath as you draw your awareness back into this space. Inviting mindful movement into the body, perhaps brushing your thumbs and your fingertips together, turning the head from side to side. Taking a deep breath into your belly. Open the mouth, sigh, exhale, release. And the right arm stretches overhead and we come to roll to our right side, using the bicep as a little pillow. Taking a moment here to pause, to honor your efforts, your intentions for getting on the mat today. Making your way up to a comfortable seat, perhaps sitting up onto a block. We bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra at the heart space in a gesture of gratitude. Thank you so much for sharing part of your yoga journey with me today. Namaste.